are you? My name is Untitled, for those of you who do not know, and for the returners, welcome back to the channel, you guys. Thank you so much for the continued support. I really appreciate it, and thank you for clicking on the video. So yeah, today I'll be doing a what you need to know about your property video, a town planning perspective. But the information is pretty much general knowledge and will be useful to anyone wishing to buy property in the future or for current property owners. So yep, let's get right into it. Okay, so as you guys know, I already have a list of things that I have prepared, and as always I'll keep looking down. Apologies you guys. So yeah, number one, you need to know the form of ownership that you have on your property. There are different types of ownership in South Africa that we will unpack in another video, but there is freehold, which usually means that you own the land and the actual property, the walls and everything in it, and then there's sectional title, which is common for complexes and flats, and then there is your 99-year lease, where you're actually just leasing the property, and there is a shared title, what we refer to as izindlu zomsebenzi, where you own a portion of the company and hence you own that sort of in the form of the property. So yeah, but I will unpack the different types of ownerships in a different video. Okay, the second thing that you need to know is the size or extent of your property as it appears on your title deed and on your surveyor general's diagram. So your title deed will say that Smanmani owns this property and it is so much in extent. Your surveyor general's diagram will show where the actual shape of the property and where the actual pegs should be. So yeah, that's really important for you to know as a property owner. Okay, the third thing that you need to know about your property is the zoning of the property. By zoning I mean what the property is to be used for. So the zonings are sort of like categories. Within the zoning okay, for example, the zone will be commercial, and then within commercial there'll be like uses that are permitted, not permitted, or permitted by consent. So you need to know those kind of things. Now this leads to the next one. So you need to know within your zone, you then need to know the permitted uses and the non-permitted uses, and the uses permitted by consent, but especially the uses that are permitted and the uses that are permitted by consent, because those are the uses that will be easiest to get within that zone. So for example, if your zone is residential 1, you would usually be allowed to have a house, an outside building, and then by consent you would probably have a home activity or a home business. So uses that are permitted by consent simply means that you have to ask the municipality for them to give you a consent to actually do that use on your property. But the freely permitted uses means that you can just wake up tomorrow and do whatever it is that you want to do. Yes. Okay, now the zoning part also relates to this one. You need to know the development controls of your property. So what this means is that you need to know how high you are allowed to go, the coverage that you are allowed. By coverage I do mean that if your property is 100 square meters in extent, you are not allowed to cover all of it. It is highly unlikely that you are allowed to cover all of it. So by coverage could be like something like 60% of your property. So it means that you are only allowed to cover 60% of that 500 meters squared of your property. There is also floor area ratio, what you're allowed to cover in terms of the number of floors, if you are allowed to build more than one story. So yeah, these things can be obtained from your municipality. If you can just go to your municipality, tell them which property is yours, they'll be able to sift through what zoning your property has, and by virtue of zoning it will have your permitted uses and your development controls of the property. Okay, and then the sixth thing that you need to know about your property is your rate base. So different municipalities operate in a different way. Some municipalities will charge their rates depending on the zone of the property, so either residential, commercial, education, etc. But some municipalities will charge their rates in relation to land use. So if your zone is residential but you are operating a home business within your property, then your rate base is calculated with regards to commercial activity, because you do run a home business within your property. Okay, and then the seventh thing that you need to know about your property is your municipal's vision, your municipality's vision of your property. This is usually obtained from your special development framework, shortly known as the SDF. You guys can just ask from the municipality, can I have a copy of the SDF? Please show me this area. And they'll show you that area, and then you will know what the municipality envisions that area to be in the future. Now this is critical because it might affect future developments and even your decision to buy, because if you are looking for a residential property and that area is being earmarked for mixed use in the future, you might not want to buy it anymore. So yeah, the vision for the municipality for the future of your property is very important, trust me. Okay, now for last but not least, the uses of the adjacent properties. These are important because they also, like the SDF, sort of inform what is going to happen in the area in the future. So for example, if you have a residential property but your next door neighbor is already a B&B, and the one down the road is doctor's rooms, and the one down the road is another home business, it means that the area is likely to transform to become for business use in the future. So you do not want to, you know, invest in that property for residential purposes. You can invest in that property if you as well plan to venture into commercial activity in the future, but certainly not for residential use, because by virtue of events your property is likely to get consumed within that commercial you know, strip of you know, the properties. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much all you need to know about your property in terms of town planning. There's probably a lot of things that I'm missing, but in any way, these are like the critical things that you need to know about your property, whether you're looking to buy or you're a current property owner. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching, especially for those of you who watched till this far. Thank you so much, you guys. We all know the problems of data, and yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I love you for it. Yeah, so this week's shout out goes to at Pindile Langa passed her degree and she's graduating, so I promised that I'll give her a shout out, because you know, as part of congratulations, okay, and yeah. And then I would also like to give a shout out to two more people today. I'm making an exception. Yes, shout out to Unofundo Gweyama and shout out to at Pindile Ndlovu. You guys have been with this channel from, you know, you guys have been with the channel, like honestly from inception till now. You guys are making sure Mughal remains consistent. You're giving positive feedback, critical feedback. You guys are just, you know, a good team to have. no Fundo the other day said our channel is growing, and I'm like, yes girl, it's ours, you know, we've been there, we've been part of the PSC of the channel. So yeah, yes, shout out to Nofundo and shout out to Pindile. Yes, thank you so much you guys, I really appreciate it. Do not forget to like, subscribe, comment and share the video with your friends. This is very insightful information and I think it will be useful to anyone who is going to watch. So yes, thank you so much you guys, bye.